Hey, what's up, you guys? So I am in the Joann's art store. This is one of the rare times that I buy sketchbooks, but I was out. I saw a lot of beautiful trees and cars and all kind of stuff, and I want to draw. I just got this feeling that I want to draw right now, and I don't have my paper with me. So this is what I do in the art store. This is my son, Dawood. Say hi.
Hello.
So we're navigating to the sketchbook section. Man, seeing all these arts and crafts and crayons and stuff just makes me want to get down with some crayons. Actually, you know, that's a good idea to actually draw with crayons. Have you ever drawn with crayons as an adult? It's super, super fun. So as I mentioned before, you know the difference between the sketching and drawing. You notice you have drawing pads, but then you have sketchbooks. Sketch pad, drawing pad. What's the difference? When you look at a drawing pad, that's 80 pounds. The paper is heavy. When you look at a sketchbook, it's 60 pounds. The paper is lighter. When we look at this one, where is it? 70 pounds. This is a drawing pad, okay? But when we come over here, this is a sketch pad, and this is 50 pounds. So the difference between drawing pads and sketch pads is that sketch pads, the paper is lighter. On drawing pads, the paper is much heavier. And that's because drawing pads are meant for finished drawings, final drawings, drawings that you feel confident about. And that's the kind of drawing that I teach everybody to do. So now I'm gonna select me a sketchbook or a drawing book. I have my sketchbook, but I wanna get a pen. Me and my son, we just woke up and decided to go on a morning ride, so I don't have anything with me. Okay, let's try this out. This is a pretty good tip. I like this one. And then let's try out the other end. Oh yeah, I'm going with this one. Which one are you going with?
I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think. Oh, yes.
It's a pretty cool tip, huh? Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have our sketchbooks and pens and headed to the register. So now we're outside and we're about to draw this clock tower. So I want to say that I never taught my son how to draw, but notice how he looks up at what he's drawing. He learned this by watching my YouTube videos and listening to me teach, but actually I never directly taught him how to draw. And this is something that a lot of kids do. Kids know how to draw. Look at how confident his lines that he puts down when he draws this circle right here. The circle goes down and then he doesn't worry about whether it looked good. He drew the second circle. And right now he's studying what am I going to draw next, but there's no fretting over whether I did a good job or a bad job. Now those three lines that he's drawing there, I'm going to show you in a second what those are, but look at how he's you see that detail that he's capturing right there? That is how you want to draw. You want to try to capture the details that you see when you draw in a subject. Every little detail. Notice the little notches that he puts at the bottom of those lines there. This stuff is very important because it actually adds character to your drawing. It adds entertainment to your drawing. Look at how confident these rectangles are going down. And you will find that not just him, but most children draw very confident like this. And the secret to it is that they are enjoying the process. This is the most important thing that I tell people, is that you want to enjoy the process of drawing, because if you don't, if you're worried about making a really great drawing or anything like that, you're actually putting pressure on yourself. So now here I am starting into the drawing. And the reason I showed him drawing and myself drawing is because I want to show the similarities. You know, you have an adult versus a child. And what I'm really doing is I'm going back to childhood, the way that I draw, and I'm drawing like him. I'm using a pen. I'm not going and erasing. I'm not second guessing whether the drawing looks good or not, or trying to calculate my lines too much. I just look up, I analyze, and I lay the lines down. This is something that I can't stress enough. But I can't stress enough that this is really important, that you actually get into the zone with all of your drawings, to the point that you're not worried about if the drawing comes out good. You're not worried about if it comes out bad. You're just literally enjoying the process, okay? And I talk all about this stuff in my course, High Powered Drawing, as well as my free 4-day course. You could click the link in the description and check out the free 4-day course. You'll sign up and the email will go out to you the very first day of the course, and you can start right in. But I talk about all of these things. I talk about like really being in a meditative mindset and not worrying about making mistakes. Because at the end of the day, the mistakes that you make, you won't make them forever. You'll make them for a time period. But with the proper training, you will weed those mistakes out of your system, and you won't make them in the, ongoing. I'm just really kind of throwing these down on the page, and I'm actually having a lot of fun as I'm drawing. And as you notice, the drawing has like a real kind of warped, twisted type disposition. It's not, so the lines you see there are very straight and machined. I'm not really going for that effect. I'm more just allowing my hand to do whatever happens when my hand moves, right? Because I'm human, so there's going to be different movements in my hand when I try to draw a straight line versus trying to make that line perfect. Now, as I draw these lines down here, you see that I kind of broke the line up. That's just something that I do in my particular style. And what you're going to do is you're going to find your own style. And I can't tell you how many people have come to me throughout the 20 plus years that I've been teaching, and they ask, how do I develop my own signature style so that when people look at my work, they know that I did it? Like it has like this signature that really says that I did that. And the way that I tell people is that you don't redraw over your lines. That's the number one thing if you want to make your signature show through in your drawings, is not to redraw over your line. The number two is to not use erasers. So don't redraw over your lines and don't use erasers, because both of those things kind of sort of like wipe out your identity in the drawing. Because think about it, when we're using erasers, we're saying to ourselves that I did something wrong, right? When really there is no right or wrong. There's only evolution in your style and your ability to be able to communicate something. If you did something wrong, then that means you had a preconceived idea of the way it should have looked to begin with. And this is something that I teach against. You shouldn't worry about having this idea of what your drawing should look like in the very beginning. You should more go into each drawing wondering what it's going to look like, and actually being amused with what it looks like. The things that don't work about the drawing, just be amused by it. Say, wow, that's interesting how, that doesn't even work, but it looks kind of weird, right? So that's what I want to say about this drawing. Right now, I'm drawing the trees in the background. I'm just putting a little bit of trees in. I want to go back to that point, is that don't worry about having preconceived ideas of what your drawing should look like, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to come out looking different than what you thought it should look like. And then you'll be stressing out like, I thought it was going to look this way. I thought it was going to look that way. Look, I've drawn millions and gazillions and quadrillions of drawings, and I can tell you right now, mostly every drawing I start does not look, in the beginning of the drawing, it doesn't look the way I planned it to look. All right, so I had a really good time. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Good. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. That would really help me out. And I also want to offer you, I have a free 4-day course. The link is down in the description. And peace. You want to say peace?
Peace.
Peace.